just making it out to the garage here, taking a look at, it's very overcast. It's one of those, you know, and I would like to ride, for sure. We'll see. And he said Buck's coming at 1:30, so I'm not like out on the road real long. I might wait a little bit and try and get there so I can visit you both for, you know, an hour or two, whatever, and make sure I can get back without too, well, you know, once you're wet, you're wet. So, hey, we're getting ready to leave Virginia, go to North Carolina, and see Mr. B's. Yeah. And supposedly Buck Brown will be making stop there as well today. And he's a trucker. So he's in the area, gonna see Mr. B's. I'm gonna be there. Hey, how you doing? Got Motorbomb Virginia here. Just couldn't wait to meet you. Yeah. Anyway, it should be awesome. We've got like 50% chance of rain. It's a little ugly out here, but man, I'm hoping everything will be just fine. Mr. B says I won't melt, and I have Gore-Tex here. I have Gore-Tex, so we're good to go. There's no excuse today. Let's get the show on the road, man. Wish me luck. Bye. So welcome back to the Motovlogging Virginia channel. We are headed on Mercury Boulevard going west. Yeah, and about to get on the big old freeway. Yay! And head towards Franklin and North Carolina. Should be a great little journey. My stuff here said, the navigation said, hey, you may be having some coastal flooding interrupting your journey. Well, it said 50% chance of rain here. Going to Mr. B's to see Buck Brown and Mr. B's. Buck Brown is a trucker, and he's going to be stopping in to see Mr. B drop off some cornhole boards and stuff that's going to go to Florida, I believe, or something like that. So I'm going to take the opportunity, rain or shine, to go see the people that we have in our community. We had a community live the other day, and so yeah, part of the community, being excited and trying to go see your peeps and meet them in person. The more we meet and greet and probably see each other, the better the relationships are. The better, you know, a couple relationships are, the better the community is. That's my motto. So whatever you do for yourself, so to speak, which is helping others, which ultimately helps yourself. It's just a perspective matter. It's not being selfish. And that's just how I look at it. It almost looks like it's been wet here. It's alright, I'm taking that curve slow. We're not doing no Valentino Rossi out here. Crash at LaSalle Avenue. I think we'll be okay. Let the man in so he don't struggle. We don't want to make people's lives difficult already on a Sunday, pulling the big old mini crane around. A big old mini crane, did that make any sense? Well, it's all a big old rig up ahead compared to what I got. Alright, we are on 664, headed towards the Monitor Merrimack Bridge. Been through that a 500,000 times too. Oh, that's just gonna annoy me the whole time. I'm not gonna agree to it annoying me, but we're gonna try to tuck that little thing away. There it is. Trying to stay in the I want to get a ticket lane, the left lane, as to not get run over in the right lanes. It's a happy medium. You got to pick and choose. Which way are we going? Which way are we going? As far as theories, not direction, but theories. Safety first or safety third? Oh, hello to all my YouTubers out there. I got so many. I can't call you like mine, but you know, my friends, my associations, my supporters. Yeah, supporters, not like jock straps. I don't know. I can be a jock strap sometimes. Well, I ain't gonna say that, because if you think about it, what does that do? You know, it holds something. I ain't doing that for nobody. And who are we gonna? Sterling Wheel comes first to mind today. And shout out to you, Sterling, for what it's worth on my channel, or friendship. You've been a good friend. You've helped me out in like just tons and tons of ways. And it was a real blessing to do the a live for Sterling Wheel. Sterling Wheel's kind of a big deal in my brain, you know. I don't know if he is to anybody else, but you know, it's for one, he's just a respected person in the community. And he's been doing this a long time. And besides what he knows and his information, he's a good character, man. He takes care of his life and his wife and his friends when he doesn't feel as much as I don't know how to say it, like, well, not like take care of his YouTube channel, but I'm just saying what he Moore's doing, he probably just fine. Do all the, he just wants probably a break, but you know, we kind of represent Sterling Wheel lives, and he gives people other chances to challenges them to get out of themselves and share some of their either their story or something close, like about the community, and like what he gave me. Others are testimonies and whatever it may be. I share my testimonies up like almost every other time when I'm motovlogging, or plenty of them. You always hear a bit or a snippet about it, whether it's any and it's really not anything about me. It's just, you know, what's happened, where I came from, and where I'm going, what I'm heading, some of the things I've learned. And it's all because, for me, was the truth and the gospel, getting a plan of salvation, life everlasting, love and forgiveness, and a purpose in my life. And some people, you know, which is fine. Others talk about, well, you don't need to have a certain set of morals or a certain whatever to know what's right or wrong. And yeah, we get taught as a society at times what's right or wrong, but there's a whole bunch of different thinking that can go on that, and you just can't make up your own standards, you know, as you please and as you wish to accommodate your agenda of what you may think right or wrong is. Somebody else might think what right or wrong is way off from ours. So yeah, there should be a set standard that we go by. I know, I just saw that in a post the other day. I forget where I saw it, but yeah, that's just my thought on it. And it don't matter what you think. Hey, I've came from a lot of different trains of thoughts,
all kinds of spiritual ideologies. I can't even pronounce stuff. Religions, 12-step programs. I needed God in my life real bad, just real bad. Here comes another daggone testimony I didn't plan on, but I'll make it short, I hope. I didn't know. I wasn't desiring to be no God. Mine was all based on religion. If you just like reading the Bible, to read the Bible, think you're going to learn something, or you're going to be like magically changed, or oh, I get it, or understand. I don't think that's a good way to judge a so-called Christianity, and I don't think Jesus himself is like Christianity, or God is Christianity. God is God. A lot of people have manipulated and twisted what those words have said. Some of it has probably even been altered, and over time, you know how stories change. So, but the basic truth of the gospel is just this, that I from what I gather, and it makes all the sense in the world, and I've experienced it. I was looking for love at one time in all the wrong places, guided by my ego, guided by my maybe parents, guided by religions, guided by other people, until I experienced God myself, experienced Him working in my life, saving myself from my self-destructive nature, changing my brain into thinking, in a nutshell, more positively, more loving and more caring, which healed me and gave me excitement to want to share that with others so that they can heal as well. Because I was like, man, you don't need to be in that. If you were in a prison like me in your mind that was causing you to use and abuse, maybe lie a little bit, maybe manipulate some, which I still do, but not at the extent of where, and you see, there's no works I can do to gain God's love and gain it. He's already done it. He did it. He jumped up on the cross, shed His blood for us so that we could have a direct connection to the Father, have life everlasting, and all God asks us to believe in Him. So through Him, we've gained the victory. Through Him, not any of my works. And you'll read all about works. You'll read this, you'll read that, and you'll find this in a verse and that in a verse. In singularity, it may look like a whole different thing. But as in context, and where things were, how they were used and explained, it's most likely way different from what I understand than what we think. So really, it's just down to the gospel, reading the rest of the Bible and learning what you can that supports that ideal. Is pretty awesome, so you can help others not to be manipulated or to use that word to manipulate others. And no, you got to do works, you got to work for God, you got to do this, that's just for your salvation, okay? And you'll be saved and have life everlasting. Now, if you don't want worldly consequences, like I was sick and tired of having butt whoopings from my addiction, my addictive nature, and trying to self-heal and self-patch myself up all the time, and you know, with party and fun, which was a really selfish way of doing it. That's all I knew. That's all I knew. And I didn't, know any better. I was told to know any better. I was told the differences, but I didn't experience. I didn't believe. I didn't come to believe. I had to come to believe on my own. And when it was time, I said, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. That's an awesome slogan. Don't ever forget that one. When you are ready, the teacher will appear. If you're not ready, you're still apprehensive. You're still hearing your ego telling you lies. And once you get sick and tired, like I was, of being sick and tired of the lies, the BS, my life, feeling depressed, feeling ugly, feeling resentful, feeling revengeful at times. I mean, even in the smallest ways. okay, you may have big hurdles in your life, but all these little small things add up and become a mountain for you. And one day you're just fed up and you're irritable and you start acting differently, and because you don't realize you're being tricked, and it makes you mad, it makes you angry. Nobody likes to be deceived. Oh, well, yeah, we got to keep on here. I almost made a boo-boo because I ain't listening. Yeah, we got that up all the way, we got that up all the way. I don't hear her saying nothing. So yeah, or you feel bad, or you don't feel worthy, and oh, God is this little smite me person. You know, that because you read the Old Testament and you believe that God is this way or that way, and I think there's somewhere in there it's a complete misunderstanding of what you're supposed to get out of it and what the Bible is talking about, because everything points to Jesus in the end, His coming and His saving us all from these thoughts, maybe even the thoughts that who people thought God was at that time, right? And it is God, and it is Spirit, and it is put it down, it is brethren, even though they had a different idea. And then the Savior came and saved us from all that weird thinking, you know, favoritism and killing others and liking you more than Him because of your works. No, Jesus saved us from that. So I think there was a lot of misconstruing of the Bible. So, well, that's what I have learned in my brain and soul, and think what I've been, and it's, you know, there in the truth, because when you get to the gospel, how else could the gospel work if it was not rooted in truth and love and forgiveness? There's no favoritism, there's no big eyes, there's no little bit. Anybody can get into heaven if they believe in Jesus. The murderers, the molesters, because nobody would be doing that things if they knew the truth. It was like me, all the shit I did, all my backlog, all my inventory was rooted and directed by my ego, and caused me lots of pain, caused others pain, misfortunes, miseries, even in the smallest ways, when you picked or bullied on somebody, or whatever you did, you know, the addiction grew. You compromised things, you stole stuff at times, you hurt others, you lied to gain for yourself at times. That's my track record. That's what I had done. I always felt like super horrible, like of a person. How do you make better from that? And I wasn't doing that. It was not me. I really had no desire to do those things, but out of survival, out of not knowing the truth, those were the straws I was reaching out for to save myself. That's what I saw around me. That's what I saw others doing. The company that I kept. Sorry, it was talking to me. I gotta make a right up here. Yeah, I gotta start paying attention pretty soon. So yeah, that's kind of things in a nutshell. I mean, you can take that little bit of testimony, maybe if you're having questions or stuff in your mind about things, just keep seeking. Keep seeking. You can't go by another person's testimony. It can inspire you. It can give you, lift you up. It can give you hope. Hope is a lot. Big deal. You've got to have hope in your life. If you're hopelessness, you're gonna be a hurting puppy. You're gonna be ever trying to fill the void. Okay, now we got trouble up here. We got trouble. Gotta veer off to the right. $13A it is. 14 miles. Yay! So all because I started off with a shout out to Sterling, all that came out. Sterling, see what you do? As I was reflecting on a video as well, when you talked about God or spirituality or possibly being Christian or whatever, and there was absolutely zero judgment from me. And I love you, man. I got Ray Gregory, Recycled Hoogan, sick bastard on my brain. Kime from England. Who else we got? Snowlord comes to mind. Saw him yesterday. Shannon Truckin gave a great shout out and coffee this morning on a live, sharing with people and others. Yeah, that's it. Dave last night, Dave's channel from Australia, doing a live and randomly walking up to people and helping them make, you know, they might not need it, but it's a great gesture to go talk to others about their motorcycle and how you doing, and meeting strangers and putting them on YouTube and asking them, you know, if they want to be on, and giving them some praise and glory. And those are things that, you know, those are acts of kindness that really inspire others to go, wow, that made me feel so good. I want to help somebody else feel real good and keep them moving on. And no, that's God working in our lives, building relationships, and that's the direction we really need to be, is getting out of our self-centered ways and helping others, which ultimately helps ourselves. That is the healing medication. That is the gospel. At work,